In Matthew chapter 4, Jesus had been tempted by the devil to do things that Jesus knew that had not come to do. The devil was quoting scripture to Jesus and perverting what the scriptures actually say. The devil had done this all when Jesus was fasting. Jesus had been in the wilderness and he was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. The reason he fasted, he was led by the Spirit to do so. And so, what is the purpose of fasting, though? Why would anyone want to make themselves hungry for so long, or even thirsty? Some people say you can't go more than 3 days without water, but there's actually people who fast 40 days without water today. And so, why would anyone want to fast and keep themselves from eating and drinking? Well, the purpose of fasting is not necessarily so that you can be without food. There's multiple things you can fast on. You can fast on different luxuries throughout your day. But it's to remove something that's in your life on a regular basis that's distracting you from the law of the Lord. The purpose of fasting is so that you can take time to meditate on His precepts and the Lord's law. So that you can take time to put that in your heart. Just as the book of Psalms says. It says that the mouth of a righteous man utters wisdom, and his tongue speaks what is just. The law of his God is in his heart. His feet do not slip. The purpose of fasting is so that you can take time to meditate on the Lord's law, that you may understand it more and put it in your heart and obey it, that you can humble yourselves, just as Jesus said, that you got to humble yourselves as little children if you are to enter the kingdom of heaven. Which humbling ourselves may not always be done through fasting, but that's one way to do it. And notice another thing that Jesus said. The Pharisees once asked Jesus, "Why don't your disciples fast?" Jesus said, "Why would the friends of the bridegroom mourn when the bridegroom is still with them? They'll mourn when he's gone, just as his disciples will fast when it's time." He went on to preach about how you don't put old wine into new wineskins, or you don't put new wine into old wineskins, but that you put new wine in new wineskins, and that you don't sew a patch of unshrunk cloth on a garment. You have to put new wine into new wineskins, because if you do if you put new wine into old wineskins, then the wineskin would burst. So that these disciples that Jesus had following him were going to fast when the time was right, so that they may become new wineskins for new wine to come into. The purpose of fasting is not to hurt ourselves. It's not to torture ourselves or discipline ourselves in any harsh way, but to humble ourselves and meditate on the Lord's law.